Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. How are you? I hope you're enjoying the best of health. I welcome you in my class, that is English for grade 4. We are learning Unit 2. Its title is Good Friends. Today is lecture 5, my dear fellow teachers. This lesson plan, PowerPoint presentation, worksheet links are given. You may click it, download it, you may follow it as it is or modify it for your convenience. I'm going to deliver my lecture according to this lesson plan. Yes, my dear students, today we are going to read and answer a few questions from the lesson, and we'll cover page number 13 and 14 of your book. Before this, in English for grade 3, I have already taught you how to predict lesson, how to predict text by looking at pictures and title. So we'll learn further, and this is, I hope you remember, this pre-reading strategies to predict some words and looking at pictures and title. So we'll learn further and we'll cover the SLO to use pre-reading strategies to predict the content, vocabulary of the text from picture and title, and apply while reading strategies to interact with text to make simple inferences using context of the text and prior knowledge. These are our today's SLOs. Let's start with the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Surah Al-Fatiha, verse 3. The most beneficent, the most merciful. Yes, my dear students, if we just talk about this verse, the most beneficent, the most merciful. Now we know the most is the superlative adjective degree. So, whom we are talking about? Yes, these are the qualities of our Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, our creator. Okay, so this is how sometimes words give us clue to reach to the answer. Okay, so this is what we are going to practice. Look at this title and this picture on page number 13 of your book. This is the theme. You may refer to it and find out what this story is about. So pause the video and tell your teacher, what do you predict about this story? Yes, my dear students, I hope it was simple. The title is Good Friends. It means the story is about friends. And here we find picture of two. It means maybe the story is about two friends. Both are happy. It means they are happy before their friendship, and behind them there is an environment of school. So it seems they may be school fellow or class fellow, or maybe their link of friendship is because of school. Okay, so this is how we guess this story, and the theme is also friendship. So these are the clues we got from the title, from the words, and from the pictures, right? So before starting reading, you tell me the answer of these questions. Do you have friends? Or how do you help your friends in their time of need? So pause the video and answer these questions to your teacher. Yes, my dear students. Yes, of course, all of us do have friends, and if we don't have them, then we don't call a friend. So how do we friend? You have mentioned many situations. So how these two questions take us to the text? Let's see. All of you open your book on page number 14 now. From this very first sentence, I'm going to start reading. Listen carefully, because while reading, I'm going to discuss with you for few things. All right. So here we go. It was the summer season. Hashir's family migrated from village to city. And what does migrate mean? Move from one place to another. Okay, and where they moved? They moved to city from village. All right. So here you tell me, what are the possible reasons for people to migrate from village to city? You may think about maybe any family members of yours, or from your like neighbors or friends. You have a family, they have migrated. If yes, why they migrated? And there you can think about few reasons which you might have studied in your social studies. Okay, so link all the things and answer this question to your teacher, and teacher kindly take the answer of this question from every student. They must tell one reason. What are the possible reasons of this migration? So pause the video and take the answer. Yes, my dear student, I hope you have mentioned many reasons, like for better lifestyle, maybe for jobs, for schooling, and there are many things now we know which make people to move from village to city. All right. And if you want to inquire more, you may discuss with your science teacher. She will tell you many other reasons as well. Okay, so let's resume our reading. After a few days, Hashir's father took him to a new school near the house. There, Hashir got admission to class 4. He felt alone in school and he started to pay less attention to his studies. As a result, his performance in the school fell sharply. And what does sharply mean? Very suddenly. Like he was not performing as well as he was performing previously. So now you tell me, why did Hashir's performance fall sharply when he got admission in new school? So again, you have to guess what are the possible reasons. Pause the video and answer this question to your teacher. Yes, my dear student, did you answer it? So let's see, was it correct or not? Our text will tell us. After a few days, another new student got admission. He took the seat next to Hashir. Both shook hands and introduced themselves to each other. The name of the new student was Faizan. This is wrong. This should not be here. In the break time, Hashir and Faizan played together and came to know that they were neighbors too. They became friends, and from that day, they started to go back home together. Every Sunday, they played football. They would go together to the masjid to offer prayers. Their parents also became friends. One night, Hashir and his family were sleeping. It was midnight. There was silence all around. Oh, it's suspense. Let's see what happened. Nobody could be seen outside. Suddenly, the Hashir's house caught fire. In a few moments, the fire almost took every corner of the house into loop. And what does loop mean? In circle of the fire. Only the room in which the Hashir and his parents were sleeping were safe from the fire. The fire was so intense that it seemed nothing would be safe inside. Some moments later, Hashir, in his sleep, could feel the heat and smell of burning. Yes, my dear students. So you see, this is how one situation took us to the other. And here I'm pausing this reading. We'll resume it from the same point tomorrow. So here is a time for activity. And my dear fellow teachers, before this activity, if you want your students to read the text again, you may pause the video, let them read, and then come back for this activity. Yes, my dear children, are you back? Are you ready for activity? Good job. So what this activity is all about, you will answer the following questions. The text which you have just read, these are the questions from the text. So you will answer these questions to your teacher, and teacher find out have this read and comprehend the text properly. So answers will tell us. So pause the video and answer these questions. Yes, my dear students, are you done with it? Good job. So again, we are going to practice writing content on page number 15. There are a few questions. Question number 1. Answer these questions. Again, these are the questions from the story. Only A, B, C, and D part. These 4 parts, because we have just read the text related to these questions. So now, teachers, you will take answers of these questions orally, and then students will write the answers in their notebook. So pause the video and enjoy this exercise. Yes, my dear students, are you done with it? Good job. So I'm giving you a homework. You will write 5 sentences to predict what is going to happen in this story, good friends. So we have read a part. You will write just within 5 sentences, you will write what do you think, what's going to happen next, okay? And I'm giving you a worksheet. My dear fellow teachers, this worksheet, lesson plan, PowerPoint presentation, links are given. You may click it, download it, and kindly give a printed worksheet to my students for practice. And students, what you will do, there is a picture, there is text. You will look at the picture, you will read the text, and you will complete story, what's going to happen next. So in this way, what we have learned today, we learned to predict the text by looking at the pictures and title, and we answered some questions to interact with text to make simple inferences using context of the text and prior knowledge. So in this way, we achieved our today's SLOs. Those are to use pre-reading strategies to predict the content vocabulary of the text from picture and title, apply while reading strategies to interact with the text to make simple inferences using context of the text and prior knowledge. So are we done with it? Yes, that's it for today. Tomorrow I'll come again. We'll complete the reading of this lesson. Till that time, keep practicing, keep learning. Take very good care of yourself and the people around you. Thank you and Allah Hafiz.